good, y'all? Welcome to Kai TV. I am your host, Kai, and today we're going to get into this latest episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is season 16, episode 4, called The Vault. Hell, it should have been called The Clip because apparently Brit wanted to end the clip out on Kenya at the people's establishment, but we're going to get to that in a moment. So we started the episode off with Angela and Brit meeting at the park for a walk. Angela says to Brit that she's been renovating her properties, but when she asked Brit how her husband doing, Brit couldn't answer the question because something allegedly flew in her mouth.
How's your husband?
He's something flew in my mouth. That is so gross.
I wonder what that's about because I'm definitely side-eyeing her and Mike's relationship. Anywho, this is also where Angela tells Brit that she wants to invite the ladies out for a night at the bank here in Atlanta off of Bankhead Highway right down the road from Blue Flame. Yes, the strip club, Blue Flame. Now, this is also when Brit expressed her dislike for Kenya and called her snooty and said that she has a persona that could ruffle feathers. Brit, Kenya had been very pleasant with you for the most part. You, however, came onto this show looking to have an issue with her, and nobody can tell me anything different. I'm convinced one of the producers got in your ear, and they told you in order for you to solidify your spot on this show, you got to have a big moment with Kenya. Next scene, we're at Shamea's house, and let me just say this. I know I'm late to the party with reviewing the show, but Shamea's house is everything. I know in the first episode, they started it off with Portia and tried to make the focal point on her and the situation she got going on with her divorce with Simon. But they did that just to appease her because she's been around for a while, you know. But Shamea is really the one. So I'm rooting for her this entire season. I cracked up when she was asking her sister why the people was cutting grass during their scene together. And I initially thought it was her landscapers, but apparently it was the neighbors. She talks with her sister about the song she made with RL from the group Nets.
I went into the studio, I did a song with RL. You know, I've been working with him for minutes.
Baby, go on, relax, kick back, baby, you know I'ma handle all of that.
Music has always been such a big part of my life. I started out in the Sunbeam Choir at the Church of God in Christ, and I haven't stopped singing since. I sang in several music groups, a group called Pretty Tony with Carrie Hilson, a group called Co-Ed, but I've just never had my shot.
I love that. That sounds really, really good.
Thank you, sister.
Really, really good.
I remember the group Co-Ed that she was in. They had a song out called Roll With Me. Apparently, they replaced her with another girl when the album was released, and they photoshopped her face in place of Shamea's face.
And I kind of got the shitty end of the stick in that because they ended up morphing somebody else's eyes, nose, and mouth into my face, like ears, on the cover. And then it was like a special thank you to Shamea Morton.
That is
like,
insane.
I was like, what?
So help me understand.
So I gotta thank you.
Are you on the record that's out?
Yes.
But they put another person's picture on there.
Yes, I'm on backgrounds, y'all.
That's
everything.
crazy.
And it was so unfortunate because it's like we did that shoot in the Bahamas. I remember Tamika Foster did our wardrobe, and you know Sean Cokes did the photo shoot. So if I didn't have those people in my corner to be able to say like, yeah, that was you, like. And I got the back, you know, the proofs.
You feel like
then
you
I
were
would have
erased.
been like, yeah, I would have been erased.
Now, that's some dirty work right there. But Shamea wants to play the song for the ladies. And speaking of, Portia, you ain't shit. But we'll get into your ass later, too. Matter of fact, her scene was up next, which was really a throwaway scene to me, so we got to take a commercial break. But when we come back, we'll get into the scene with Drew and Ralph and how they done gave this nigga a confessional without even giving Kenya one. Y'all stay tuned. We have more coming up right here on Kai TV.
As Miss USA, I went through lots of states. so did my hair. Fortunately, I have a system. Pantene's Pro V Conditioning Shampoo and Treatment Conditioner. The special provitamin formula goes deep into my hair for the extra conditioning I need, from root to tip, for strong, shiny hair. Pantene's Pro V system, for hair so healthy it shines. If you want winning looks, get with the system.
Hey, isn't that Calvin? I haven't seen him for a while. Wonder where he's heading. I heard he got a job. Is that right? Well, it's about time he got himself together. Now that you mention it, there is something different about him. Just goes to show you can't judge a book by its cover. Looks like responsibility's been good for him. Well, I'm just glad somebody believed in him enough to give him a chance. Wonder where he's working.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I help you?
Hey, girls, we can do that.
Doom, 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 doom.
Hey.
Doom, doom, doom,
Go on, girl.
doom. Wherever there is school, there'll always be homework.
Whenever there's a beat, there's always a drum.
Whenever there is fun, there's always Coca-Cola.
Always Coca-Cola, yeah. All right.
All right, cousins, welcome back to Kai TV. So next up, we have a scene with Drew and Ralph. Ralph is outside with the kids on the front lawn running drills, and then Drew comes outside because she want to have a talk with him. She's apparently not trying to ruffle any feathers with him, so they send them kids inside so they can really talk. Then we get the flash across our screen with Ralph having his own confessional saying that the divorce process has been ridiculously long and extremely messy. And he also says that he just wants at least 50-50 custody of their kids.
Why did you come to this interview without a shirt? I'm just trying to figure out if you outside, that's all.
I'm inside with these kids.
Ralph then goes on to say that one of their sons showed him an article about him and Drew getting a divorce. And then Drew says that it was put into their divorce order not to discuss the divorce with the kids. But come on, y'all. These kids got access to the same internet that we do, and it's so easy for them to find out stuff without you even telling them, unless y'all monitor their devices like a hawk and got them locked down to where they can't do nothing but play games on them. Drew then calls Ralph a narcissist, but doesn't even know the definition of it.
What makes Ralph a narcissist?
Ooh. Dang, I gotta look up the definition of narcissism.
You don't know the definition?
Child, let me see. People who are narcissistic are people that may lack the ability to understand or care about the feelings of others. And I definitely feel like Ralph fits the bill. He lacks EQ.
You mean he lacks IQ, Drew? You want to sound so smart, but yet you so moving right along. Next scene, we have Kelli meeting up with Kenya at her hair spa, and she's showing her around the place, and it actually looks nice. I've been to Kenya's house before when she was wrapping up the construction during season 9, episode 1. This was in my early days of working in production before I quit my job at 11 Alive. But anyway, she had a photo shoot the day before her housewarming event for the company that made her countertops and island in her kitchen, as also, I think, in her master bathroom too. So the hair spa is very similar to that aesthetic of Moore Manor. They then sit down and talk, and Kenya wants to know why Kelli has a security guard with her. Kelli goes on to say that she has had some situation with her then husband, and she also had a restraining order on him. Hell, the security guard kind of resembles her husband and look like they could be brothers. Apparently, they held him in contempt at court because he threatened to off her, so he can't see their kids. They go on to talk about business stuff, and Kenya expresses that she's scared if she made the right decision to spend all this money on the hair spa because that was Bricklin's college fund. Listen, I'm sure she didn't spend all of that money, but I can understand her being scared because I was just in that same place of thinking, did I make the right decision to put my resources that I had into myself and embark on creating this, what you see right here today? I mean, this is a lot, from the build out of this space to the production crew that I have to pay so I can bring you guys this content. So I hope you guys like what I'm trying to bring to the masses. And while we're on this, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. That would help me out so much, and I would greatly appreciate it. I feel like this new journey that I'm on will do well, but it will only do well if you guys support me. Anywho, Kelli reassures Kenya that everything will work out, and I'm sure that it will.
When God plants a seed, sometimes he gives it just to you. But if you believe in it and you manifest it, it's gonna all work out. I promise you.
Next, there was a scene with Brit and her sister and a scene with Drew and Dennis in the studio, but we gonna skip right on over that because there wasn't much to discuss other than the fact that Drew and Portia need to have their own sit down to talk some of that stuff out. But we have to take another commercial break. However, when we return, we'll discuss the dinner at the bank and how the people probably should have closed the vault and locked it before the ladies got there. Y'all stay locked in right here on Kai TV.
Pantene hair is my hair.
My hair. And my hair.
The Pantene Pro V system can make a difference. Nothing penetrates deeper than Pantene Pro vitamins.
No matter what the length,
Texture, or style. For hair so healthy, it shines.
Works for me.
You're sitting on the couch, you're watching TV, and your life is passing you by. You keep procrastinating over and over. Well, maybe I'll go to school next year, maybe next semester. No, do it right now. They'll work with you after work, or you can go before work. You can do whatever you need to do to graduate. Go talk to somebody right now. They out to help you. You spend all day on the phone anyhow. Why don't you make a phone call that's gonna help you in your future? All you gotta do is pick up the phone and make the call. Why are you making it complicated? It's easy.
Girl Queen Latifah. Hey, babe. I tried your CG Smoothest makeup. Check me out.
The best moisturizing makeup out there.
Smoothing makeup. Powder, too. Hey, cover girl. How smooth are you?
Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl.
Welcome back to Kai TV. Right quick, are y'all feeling the vibe so far with my show? I'm trying to give y'all the nostalgic vibes of the 90s and the early 2000s, especially with the vintage commercials that's been running throughout the whole show, but I'm also trying to keep it current. Drop down in the comments and let me know. Next scene, we have the ladies all prepared to go to the dinner that at the bank hosted by Angela, and it was funny how Brit asked Kelli was she still coming, and Kelli said she was bringing her security because they was going to be in the hood. If you from Atlanta or live in Atlanta, you know exactly what they are talking about. But for real, the establishment looks nice. I haven't been yet. I drive by there frequently, but haven't made my way to go see what it's about, so maybe I'll go one day soon. I like when they show Angela pulling up and walking in and how they opened up the vault, revealing the opening with Angela walking through on the other side. Y'all don't mind me. This is the production me talking right now. But the place does really look nice. I just hope they pay old girl at the door some good money to keep opening and closing that heavy ass door for each time, every time one of them ladies walk through. I wonder, do they do that with regular people when they come through there? I have to check it out. Kenya walks in and she is not dressed in black as the other ladies. She said she didn't know that she was supposed to wear black, but production flashed across the screen the invite and it clearly said black chic attire.
Come on, it literally said all black. I know she saw that, but it's cool. She came here twirling in the wrong color.
Kenya proceeds to greet everyone, and when she got to Brit, you can tell just how Brit was looking, that she was already looking for a moment to start some shit. Kenya gave her a hug, and Brit said that it was of just a pat. No, the hell it wasn't. It was exactly what Kenya said it was, a hug where she wasn't trying to get her makeup on you or your makeup on her. Shamea then gets there with an olive branch, literally a bottle of olive oil and a branch that looks like it's a switch Big Mama used to use to tear your ass up when you got in trouble. Her and Angela agreed to start over fresh, so that's good. That's good to see. So we'll have to see how that goes. Kenya tells the lady that she's gearing up for the grand opening of her hair spa and invites them all. They then eat, and let me just say this. That food looks hella good. Shamea then tells the ladies that she's in the studio recording an album and she lets them hear the song to get their opinion on it. This when Portia started to piss me off real bad. Portia gonna then say, why do I feel like it's a diss track? Man, Portia, why the hell do you have a jealous spirit like that? Why you just can't be happy for your friend in her moment? You already done ruined her moment receiving her Rolls Royce from her husband while walking into the party literally as she got the gift. Now you sit here saying that it's not her singing her own song? Like, what is it? You that jealous of her and the life that she is living because your life is going through pure hell right now?
Are you on it?
Portia, stop. You know my voice.
That's a vibe.
Are my ears misleading me for real?
Your ears didn't listen
What is that
whole time.
Portia's being shady. She knows that's not one of my songs. We don't sound the same.
You never heard your best friend's music? You don't know how your best friend sounds? Something's not right. When I say it sounds like Drew, it's because I think it sounds good. I just genuinely thought it was Drew's song.
Then we get the portion of the episode where they like to play this stupid ass question game, and we all know how this kind of shit ends up. Somebody gonna get to arguing. I'm gonna skip over the other questions and get straight to the one Brit ended up reading, which was a question for Kenya. It said, Kenya, can you speak to Brit kindly and not with an attitude? Kenya answered and said she could speak to everyone kindly without an attitude, and she has. She has. Kenya hasn't been on the shit that she usually on like prior seasons for a while now, and coming into this season, based off of the first 4 episodes that done came on TV, she really hasn't done anything to anyone, including you, Brit. You clearly was looking for an issue and you was looking for a moment with her, and Kenya wasn't here for it. Now, like I mentioned, I worked in production before, so I know how these scenes work. Sometimes the editors and producers will edit stuff out to make it appear to be something that is not, and sometimes it will leave the viewers confused as to what is happening. In this situation, though, I don't think Kenya did anything to get Brit all hyped up like she was. However, I do feel like they edited some context out, but it's still not making any sense as to why Brit got so turned up. Even the other lady said that she was doing the absolute most. Then Brit gonna yell out, let me call my husband that cares about me, as it did to Kenya, because her and Mark are not together anymore. Then we get the clip of Brit talking about the pistol.
Hold on, let me find my husband first. You wanna call him and see if he's outside?
I have so many things though.
I still got my pistol, so I'm sure I got this. Girl, Kenny's here. We ain't worried. Okay.
Next, we see some of the production crew and cameramen follow everyone outside, and Brit telling her husband that they need to come take her mic off.
Play that shit started on camera. Don't play that with me. They need to come take this shit off.
She was that drunk and forgot that her mic was still on her, and she was still mic'd the entire time when she first mentioned her pistol and shit.
You're going to be respectful around here, and if you don't know, you're going to learn today. Today is the day you're going to learn.
And that is where the episode ends, y'all. I'll say this. Brit, you was doing too much for your moment that you was trying to get, but because Kenya was not playing into it, you decided to get mad and get all hyped. If production allowed you to stay after mentioning you had a pistol and got rid of Kenya for what she did with them pictures that we gonna see on the next episode at the grand opening of her hair spa, then they could have let her stay on the show too. Let's not act like we as black people don't know what that means when somebody yell out that they got a pistol in the middle of a confrontation. That is code for you will pop somebody if need be. And that's exactly what you meant. We'll have to see how everything plays out on the next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed my review of the episode. How did I do for this to be my first official episode over here on Kai TV? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you'll know when I drop a new video. And also share it with your people and tell them to come on over here. We all like family, and you'll get nothing but love from me. And I hope I get the same from y'all. I'll see y'all next time, cousins, right here on Kai TV.